The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today I'm going to do a performance evaluation on the 420 Fly from Galeon. The Flybridge helm includes a compass directly in line with the helm. There's a 10-inch multifunction display, 7-inch Volvo Penta EVC display. Drink holders are to both sides, Fusion stereo, Raymarine autopilot, rocker switches, bow thruster, ignition start stops. The digital engine controls are over to the right-hand side, and they're kind of at an extreme angle, so you have to move them up to accelerate the boat. I'd like to see this on a sub-platform that's a little more level. Trim tabs are up ahead and not quite reachable while your hands are still on the controls. Down below, VHF. The steering wheel is mounted to a fixed base. And take a look at this. If we remove a pin, release the latch, move the VHF up, we can easily lift up the helm for servicing. By simply removing two bolts, this antenna array is collapsible so we can get under low bridges. At the transom there are two 10-inch cleats and the short cord on an electric reel. In the cockpit there's another 10-inch cleat, chafing gear, fender storage, and this is all repeated to the opposite side. There's access to the side decks to both sides of the cockpit. There are LED courtesy lights, plenty of grab rails all around and along the side of the cabin, plus we've got rail height that starts at 16 inches and increases as we go forward. At midships there's a 10-inch cleat, and take a look at this. At the rails to both sides, opening gate with a lifeline just beneath. At the working end of the bow, 10-inch cleats are to both sides. Windlass is in the center. There's an 8-inch cleat for securing the rode, chain going out to an anchor roller mounted on top of the bow, and there's a Delta plow anchor fully forward. On the left-hand side, we've got a remote control spotlight. Foot controls are just beneath. The lower helm is nicely laid out. There's a compass directly in line with the helm. Just below is a 12-inch multifunction display, and I really appreciate the air conditioning vents to both sides. Below, 7-inch Volvo Penta EVC display, Raymarine autopilot. All the way to the side, there's a line drawing of the Galeon with lights showing when they are activated. All of the rocker switches are on a panel. Horn I'd like to see separated in red, but it's always to the end, so easy to get to. Bow thruster joystick. The steering wheel is mounted to a fixed base. Electronic engine start stops. The digital engine controls. Trim tabs are just behind. Way down below is the VHF. Fit and finish wasn't lost on Galeon with the lower helm station. Stainless steel and leather grab handle, and look at this over on the right hand side, a convenient padded place for putting your phone. The double wide helm seat includes flip down armrests, flip down bolsters, there's even walnut with maple inlay on the back of the helm seat, and a built-in footrest just ahead. And just look at the visibility out this massive single piece windshield. The engine room is accessed from a hatch in the cockpit deck, and we've got crawl space access to the two 435 horsepower Volvo Penta engines. They've got shafts coming out the back, and inspection plates on the deck are easily removed so we can service them. Fuel tanks are to the outboard sides of the engines, and generator is just to the right-hand side of the hatch. Daily engine checks can be done from hatches right in the salon. The ship's main electrical panel is in the salon at the port quarter.
The Galeon 420 Fly has a length overall of 43 feet 6 inches, a beam of 13 feet 8 inches, and a draft of 47 inches. With an empty weight of 26,698 pounds, 85% fuel, and 3 people on board, we had an estimated test weight of 28,787 pounds. With the twin 435 horsepower Volvo Penta D6s spooled up to 3490 RPM, we reached our top speed of 30 knots. Best economic cruise came in at 2,400 RPM and 16.6 knots. At that speed, the 19.4 gallon per hour fuel burn translated into a range of 224 nautical miles while still holding back a 10% reserve of the boat's 291 gallon total fuel capacity. Our first impression of her handling is that she's a sporty boat. She's quick to respond to the throttle, coming up on plane in 5.1 seconds, accelerating to 20 miles per hour in 8.7 seconds, and 30 miles per hour came and went in 14.9. We had calm conditions on test day, which is a shame because we took a Galeon out in hellacious conditions and couldn't believe how well she handled. But here, It was not a crossing in the wake to see a clean transition across the wave with no hint of pounding or a wet ride. When it came time to return to the dock, I found it to be a well-mannered boat and well-responsive to the helm. Backing into this tight slip showed that she's easy to steer just by putting one drive or the other in reverse as needed. The prop will pull her over to one side, so be gentle and just use short intervals of going into gear. Once in, use a shot of forward to stop the momentum.
Well, clearly there's a lot to like about the handling characteristics and cruisability of the 420 Fly from Galeon, and that is my full performance evaluation. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.